Okay, good afternoon, everyone, prospective students, and maybe also some parents. Welcome to the program talks of the Department of Mathematics. I hope everyone can hear me, right? Stella, maybe you signal me. Yeah, if I'm muted or not. Just want to make sure.
Yep, you're good.
Okay. Yep. So, yeah, my name is Victor Tan, and I'm an associate professor and deputy head in the mathematics department, NUS. Okay. So today I'm going to introduce to you the programs. Yeah. So it's more than one program, programs offered by our department. Yeah. And at the same time, I will also share with you why you should take mathematics in the university. But before that, just to remind everyone, while I'm doing the presentation, can you please mute your audio? But if you have any questions, you feel free to type in the chat box. I have a few colleagues here who will help to answer the question. And my talk is about 30 minutes. So after that, I will also open up the Q&A, and we will all try to address your any queries that you have. All right. So if it's good, then we are going to start. Now, what I'm going to do first is to give you 5 reasons why you should study mathematics in the university. Number 1, finding good jobs. Doing the maths to find the good jobs. Now, this is the title of an article from the Wall Street Journal. This article reported a study done by a job website called careercast.com, which is based in US, United States. Yeah, it evaluated and ranked 200 professions each year to determine the best job and the worst job. Yeah, based on what criteria? Yeah, so it's based on the 5 criteria: income, employment outlook, physical demands, stress, and environment. So let me show you the top 10 best jobs ranked by CareerCast in the recent years. Okay, so as you can see, other than the order of the ranking, the top 10 list actually does not change very much over the years. And what is actually more interesting and what I want you to pay attention is that among the best jobs, more than half are related to mathematics. Yeah, you can see those that are highlighted in red. Yeah, those are the mathematics related jobs. Well, as the world becomes more digital and data driven, this does not come as a surprise at all. Yep. And although this study is done in the United States, our prospective students may also use it as a reference when they decide their choice of studies when they come to university. Reason number 2, there's a wide range of career choices. There is a common misconception that a degree in mathematics can only lead to a teaching career. Now, first of all, I have to say that there's nothing wrong to become a school teacher. Yeah, but I would like to point out that a math graduate can actually land in many possible careers other than teaching. Here is a list of the more common occupations for math graduates. As you can see, there is a wide range of industries and sectors. They are hiring people good in mathematics. And their job title is not just school teacher, but includes things like operations research analyst, financial analyst, data analyst, and so on and so forth. Yeah, and you can find them in a lot of big companies like Singapore Airlines, DBS, Grab, Facebook, and many other government and private sectors. Yeah, so this is actually quite interesting. Reason number 3, studying mathematics provide multiple pathways. What do I mean by that? So let me elaborate. After graduating with a math degree, other than carrying on with mathematics related jobs, it is actually also relatively easy for our graduates to switch to other areas in STEM. STEM, STEM, stand for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Yeah. Now, a basic degree in mathematics built a strong foundation for our graduates to work in physical and life sciences, IT, finance, engineering, and so on. Conversely, it is actually not so easy for someone who are trained in other science or engineering discipline and want to switch to mathematics. Yeah. Okay, so the slide that you're seeing now is the map of NUS, the Cambridge campus. Yeah. So this is something interesting. So in fact, many lecturers and professors across the different faculties and schools in NUS, they actually had a basic degree in mathematics before they pursue their PhD in other disciplines. So I'm going to give you some example. For example, in business school, yeah. So we have professors from the finance and operations, which who were first trained in mathematics. Okay. In the School of Computing, in fact, we have computer science professors who were also first trained in mathematics, their first degree. Yeah. What about Faculty of Arts and Social Science? Yes, we have econs professor. Yeah. In Faculty of Engineering, yeah, in fact, there are professors from different engineering departments that will also have their first degree in maths. Okay. Closer to home, yeah, in Faculty of Science, there are also professors from physics and statistics who did their first degree in mathematics. Now, on the other hand, in the Department of Mathematics, we actually have very few professors that had their first degree that is not mathematics. I hope you get to see my point, that having a maths training, you are actually very versatile to move towards other disciplines. Okay. Now, a fourth reason to study mathematics, because there are plenty of real-world applications. So let me show you. This pyramid gives you some example of real-world problems today that make substantial use of mathematics. Take a look. Yeah, you have search engine, human genome, option valuations in finance, visual effect like in Hollywood movie, weather forecast, and so on and so forth. Yeah, let me give you a glimpse of the mathematics underlying these applications. Take a look. Now, some of them you may have heard of it, right? Maybe you have heard of linear algebra, number theory, but I believe that you may not have come across most of the topics yet. Yeah, what Black-Scholes model, dynamic system, wavelets. Yeah, so these are probably new to you, but they are actually mathematics topics and courses that you can choose to study when you come to NUS and take up a maths major. Okay. So here I'm going to give you a quick illustration on the application in search engine. Okay. Now, most of us use Google every day, right, to search for information. So for example, if we type in the words mathematics books, and you should know what will happen, right? Google is going to give us a long list of relevant websites. Yeah. And the order of the recommended list given by Google is not random. Yeah, but according to the something called Google Page Rank. Now, what is the mathematics behind this Google Page Rank is in fact in the area of linear algebra. Yeah, so Google takes all the relevant website and form a huge matrix called the link matrix. And from this matrix, we can find something called principal eigenvector, which will then determine the page rank. Yeah, so all this concept will be taught in the first linear algebra course in the university. Yeah. Last but not least, training in mathematics will equip students with the skills to pick up new knowledge, which is important for lifelong learning. So in fact, other than the topics and concepts like calculus, linear algebra that math students will learn in class, studying mathematics will also train them in other aspects of life skills. This include problem-solving skills, analytical thinking skills, quantitative reasoning, perseverance, being rigorous and systematic. Now, all these are essential qualities that for a person to be successful in their career and become effective lifelong learner. I'm going to show you an interesting slide. Here are some examples of some well-known people around the world. Well, even if you have not heard of their name, you must have heard of their organization, right? Microsoft, Google, Netflix, Pepsi, Zoom. Yeah. So their CEO, their co-founders, they all have something in common. That is, they have their basic degree in mathematics. Are you surprised? Well, I'm not. I believe, in fact, that their training in mathematics has honed their analytical skills, among other skills that contributed to their success. Yeah. Okay, so that concludes the first part of my talk. I've given you 5 reasons why you should consider studying mathematics in the university. So if you're ready, now the second part, I'm going to give you a brief introduction of the various programs offered by the Department of Maths. All right. Now, there is a whole range of programs and a lot of different combinations that our prospective students can choose from, which is good. But at the same time, it is also rather overwhelming and can be a bit confusing. Yeah. So let me try to simplify things here. Essentially, Department of Mathematics will offer 3 different programs: mathematics, quantitative finance, and data science and analytics. Okay. In short, I'm going to refer to them as MA, QF, and DSA program, respectively. Now, after hearing my talks, if you are interested in one of these programs, when you apply for university admission, what should you do? Okay, now you should select humanities and sciences as one of your course of choice under NUS. Yeah. However, you do not need to specify that you want to do MA, QF, and DSA. You're not going to see this option at the admission stage. Yeah. So yeah, it's only after you have been accepted by NUS into this course, then you will declare one of the program as your primary major. Okay. Of course, you are also expected to have good result in mathematics in order to take up the programs. Yeah. So this is something that we will advise the students. Yeah. So a primary gauge of whether you are suitable for this program or not is that you should a decent grade for your H2 mathematics. Yeah. Okay. Let me now give a little bit more details regarding the 3 programs. Let me start with the MA program. Okay, like all other programs, to fulfill the major requirement, students need to complete 15 modules. Okay, which I will show you in the next slide. All right. Now there are pure mathematics modules that focus more on the theory, and there are also applied mathematics modules that focus more on application. Yeah, students not only gain knowledge of the mathematics methods that we are going to teach, but also train them in terms of their problem-solving skills that are applied in science and other disciplines, like physics, engineering, econs, and many others. Okay. Well, students actually also have an option to upgrade, so to speak, upgrade their degree to a specialization. Yeah, depending on their interest and aspiration. Okay, and there are 3 specializations, namely data modeling and analytics, operations research and analytics. These are the more applied kind of specialization to better prepare our students for the industries. Okay, and the last specialization in pure mathematics are meant for students who actually would like to pursue further in the theoretical parts of mathematics. Okay. Now, among the 15 modules that I mentioned that are they are the requirement for the MA program, we have 1 gateway module. Yeah, so I think if you attended this morning's talk, you probably know what we mean by gateway modules. Huh? So yeah, it is like the very first modules that the students should take in order to major in a specific program, right? So for the MA program, the gateway module is MA1100. Now you see that I also show a parallel module called MA1100T. Now this T version is actually a more in-depth version of MA1100. So depending on the students' aptitude and interest and plan, they can choose either one of them as their gateway. If you can't decide which one to choose, you need to talk to some professors. We do have mentor and academic advisors that you can approach, right, to seek their advice. Okay. Now, other than the gateway modules, we also have 6 essential modules, as well as 1 project modules. These are all compulsory modules. So among the 15 major requirements, these 8 modules are compulsory. The remaining 7 modules, students can choose from a long list, in fact, more than 50 elective modules that they can choose based on their interests. Yeah, here I only listed some of them, mainly in the applied mathematics, but in fact, we also have quite a long list of pure maths topics like number theory, graph theory, geometry, topology that maths major students can choose from. All right. Now, for students who want to upgrade to a specialization, they will need to take 5 more modules at level 4000. All right. So for pure math students, pure mathematics specialization, we have this list of 7 modules that they can choose from, right? And for the operation research and analytic specialization, you have 6 modules to choose from. And finally, data modeling and analytics, you have this 6 modules to choose from as well. So it looks like 6 choose 5, 7 choose 5 is rather restrictive. Yeah, but that is the whole point of specialization, right? But the good news is there is students also have an option to take 1 additional project, right, to replace one of the module in the respective list. Yeah. Okay, now let me move on to QF. For students who are good in mathematics and would like to work in the finance industry, it doesn't mean that you have to go to business school, all right? You can consider our QF program. Yeah. So this is a very structured and multidisciplinary program. Okay. And students will acquire knowledge in mathematics, statistics, finance, and computing. Yeah. Graduates from the QF program. Yeah. This is good news. Generally, they have been doing very well in terms of their career prospects and starting salaries. Yeah, I must say that it's comparable to computer science students or even better than that. Yeah. Now, I just want to highlight, for those of you who have seniors who are currently taking QF program, starting from the coming academic year, there is a revamp in the QF curriculum. Yeah. So what the information that you hear from your seniors who are in the QF program, the current program, may not be relevant to you. So my advice is for you to really talk to the professors, to the QF advisor for more accurate updates. Okay. Now here are the QF requirement. So like before, there is a gateway module, QF 1100. Okay. And there are 6 foundational maths and statistics module. Okay. And then in addition, we have 7 other modules that cover the essential aspects of quantitative finance. Yeah. So all these are compulsory modules. So it's already make up 14 of the 15 modules, right? And the remaining 1, yes, you still have a choice. You still have 1 elective module. Okay. See, like I said, QF is a very structured program. It's almost like a specialization in itself. Yeah, so you can understand why the module requirement is structured in such a way. All right. Now, DSA program is jointly offered by the Department of Mathematics and Department of Statistics and Applied Probability. So there was actually a separate program talks on DSA. So I shall not go into the details here. Yeah. So my program talk mainly focus on MA and QF. Okay. So instead, what I'm going to share with you now is the DDP and DMP, namely double degree program and double major program. Yeah, specifically those that involve mathematics. Now, students in double degree program will get 2 degrees when they graduate. Yeah, and under the direct admission scheme, we are offering this very popular computer science and mathematics. Yeah, but the catch is students must have very good grades in mathematics in their A-level or equivalents. Okay. On the other hand, students in double major program will get only 1 degree, and the degree is from their home faculty. Okay, but there will be 2 major, the primary major and the secondary major. Yeah, it is comparatively less intensive than doing a double degree program. So under direct admission scheme, students can choose mathematics as their first primary major, together with a second major in one of the following discipline. Yeah, so they can do second major in management, which is under business school, or they can do business analytics, computer science, information security with the School of Computing. Okay. Now, if you are interested in this, in the above combination, you need to take note when you apply for university admission. So how do you do that? So you have to, again, select humanities and sciences as one of your course of choice under NUS, right? But this time, in addition, you need to also select DDP or DMP accordingly, together with your choice combination. So for example, if you are interested in double degree, computer science and maths, then when you apply, you have to choose DDP, and then you put down computer science and maths. Understand? Now, once you are accepted by NUS to this course, then you are directly admitted to this double degree or double major program of your choice. Okay. Now, before I end this slide, I must say that these are not the only combinations that you can do for double degree or double major. In fact, students can actually customize, tailor-made their own DDP or DMP when they enter NUS. It's just that it will not be direct admission. Yeah, yeah. So don't get the wrong idea that it's very limited in terms of what you can do for your double degree or double major. Okay. If you have further questions later on, please feel free to ask or type in chat. Okay. Now, I also want to touch on our special program in mathematics. Yeah, so students who are very strong in maths, very good in maths, we also have this special program in mathematics for them. This is, take note, this is not a degree program itself, okay? But it is a value-added education offered by Department of Mathematics for students who plan to further their studies in mathematics after they've graduated, right? Like going for their PhD, okay? So to complete this special program, students have to do 8 modules, as you can see in the table here, okay? Now, these 8 modules are not on top of what they have to do for the 15 modules. In fact, these 8 modules can be used concurrently to fulfill the major requirement for MA program. All right. Now, I want you to pay attention to the 4 modules that with this S code. Yeah, you see, like for example, MA 2101S, okay, linear algebra 2. Now, there's also a linear algebra 2 in the earlier slide that I showed you for the MA program. Yeah, but for students doing this S version, they will be introduced to more rigorous and in-depth version of the same course, right? But it will be exclusively for this group of students who are in the special program. Okay. Now, if you are interested in this, right? If you really are very keen to be challenged with all these more rigorous training, right? How do you apply to the special program? Well, now this is not through the university admission exercise, right? Instead, interested students can apply this to the Department of Mathematics starting from the second semester, right, of their first year of study. Okay, and what is the selection criteria? Yeah, it's not based on your A-level result. It will be based on the grades, good grades of your maths modules as shown on the slide here. Okay, if you are interested, our special program coordinator is also here with us. So later on, you can ask him some question. Okay. All right, so it's almost half an hour. So in this short talk, it is actually not possible for me to cover all aspects or details of our program. So feel free to visit our Maths Department website at this URL. Okay, so to navigate, yeah, you go to the undergraduate tab, right? You are going to find many useful information relevant to you, right, in the drop-down menu. In particular, if you mouse over this major minor program, right, you are going to see separate into the past cohort, and your cohort is 2021-22. So you should mouse over the second one. Then you're going to see a whole list of programs that I've mentioned above and many other options. Okay. Okay, so with that, I'm going to end my talk. So to students who have passion and are good in mathematics, I seriously hope that you will consider choosing one of our programs, right, as your primary major. Now, also do a little bit of publicity. So look out for our further engagement session in April, which we will provide more details after students have applied and been accepted to our course. Okay, we will also arrange some students, some current mathematics QF students to share their experience during the engagement session. All right, so I'm now going to end my talk and start the Q&A, right? But in case you have other questions after today's session, you have further questions, do take down the email address here, askmathug, right, to send us an email. Yeah. Okay, so thank you very much for your attention. All right, so with me today, I have a few colleagues, including the head of department, Professor To Kim Chuan, the QF coordinator, Professor Tan Hui Huat, the special program coordinator, Professor Chin Chi Wai, and also Professor Ren Wei Jing is familiar with the DSA program. So if you have missed the DSA talk, he can also help to answer some questions if you have.
Hui Huat, Wei Jing, and Chi Wai, can you open your camera? Maybe then the students can see us. At least they can see
how we look like.
All right, I think Victor, maybe you can answer some of the questions, especially regarding if they have a primary major in mathematics, can they take second majors in QF, DSA, and related majors, like say in physics or engineering? Yeah, I think most of the chat have concerns about that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This is definitely a frequently asked question. Yeah, so of course, I do not have the knowledge of the entire university. So I only want to say about those programs that is within Maths department, right? So we have Maths, QF, and DSA. In fact, you can do all kind of combination, except, okay, the exception is if you are DSA primary major, you can't do a second major or minor in mathematics. Okay, that is the only exception. Otherwise, yeah, all other combinations are available. We what? Correct, right? You are muted.
Hui Huat, you are muted.
Okay, anyway, so I hope that answered the question. I mean, if you like, don't be shy, you can unmute and ask question now. Okay. Are there any other questions in the chat that we have not answered? I see that like GY have already helped to answer some questions. So if we miss your question, yeah, do ask verbally to cut the queue.
Yeah, please don't be shy. Just unmute yourself and ask the questions. Because I think there are too many people typing at the same time, so it's not easy to answer your questions exactly. Yeah.
Hi, sorry, I typed this around the beginning of the chat. So I actually have two questions. First is which year do we declare which specialization we want to do? And the second question is that just now you mentioned the specializations were optional, right?
Yeah.
So what happens if we choose not to do the specializations? Then what happens then?
Okay, this is a very good question. So under this new curriculum structure of CHS, students have the flexibility whether they want to do more of the same subject or they want to diverse themselves and broaden their training in NUS. Yeah. So that roughly speaking, the students' entire curriculum space is divided into one third, right? You probably have already heard that this morning. Yeah, one third is the core curriculum that all CHS students have to take. One third is the major requirement that I mentioned in my talk. And the remaining one third, some students want to do specialization. So it will be from that remaining one third. And some students want to do a second major from another faculties. Yeah, that is also from that remaining one third, right? If you don't want to do any second major, minor, or specialization, you can also use it purely for other things, modules that you are interested, right? Maybe Korean language or some architecture modules, you know, as long as it is open for any NUS students to take. Yeah. So you students have this kind of option. To answer your question about specialization, so I take it that you are referring to the pre-specialization I was referring just now. When do you do that? So these specializations are all 4,000 level, so you probably will not need to worry in your first and second year. Yeah, so normally these 4,000 level modules come with some prerequisite. Yeah, you need to take some 3,000 level modules in order to fulfill the requirement for the 4,000 level. Yeah, so I would say that normally students will do that in their third year to the fourth year for the specialization. All right.
Okay, thank you.
So Victor, when do they need to declare their majors? I think once they come in, they can declare anytime anytime from first year to second year, right?
Correct. They can declare in the very first semester, but remember just now I mentioned about the gateway module. So gateway module is really for students, is like the sample for students to try out, right? You can do as many gateway module as you like. Okay, not really as many. You cannot use up all your UE space. Yeah, you can try a few that possibly are your interest, right? Then you decide before you declare your major. Yeah, so you can have up to, you can do it in the second semester or even in the second year. But of course, we will not advise students to declare it too late, right? You don't want to remain undecisive for too long. You only have 4 years here, right? You want to more or less decide on your major and then start to complete the 15 major requirement. Yeah.
And also for mathematics, if you choose not to do the specialization in pure mathematics, OR, or data modeling and analytics, you can do that. Yeah, you don't have to choose to do the specialization.
Yeah. As I said, it's optional. Yeah, the specialization.
Victor.
Yes.
Is DSA and QF, a double major in DSA and QF allowed? I think it's allowed, right?
Yeah, my understanding is that it is allowed. Yeah.
Yes, it is allowed, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that would
that
be a very good.
answer one of the question. Yeah.
That would be a very good combination.
Yeah. The reason why DSA and mathematics is not allowed is because DSA itself also have some specialization. So one of them is like, it's not exactly called specialization in mathematics, but it is math intensive. Yeah, so we do not want to like repeat.
That means basically they have too much overlaps.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm a polytechnic student and I'm interested in taking a double degree program in mathematics and philosophy. What are you looking for in my admission?
Okay, so from poly, do you take any like those special maths program or certificate?
Nope.
No. Okay. So you probably will not have the so-called equivalence of H2 maths, right?
Yeah, definitely don't have.
Yeah. So that means you have to first take a bridging module, right? MA 1301 is the bridging module, which is sort of like to replace the H2 maths. Yeah, so because H2 maths is the prerequisite for many of our essential modules. So you have to do that bridging first, then you can embark on the gateway modules and the other foundation module. Yeah, so this is something that you have to consider lah. Yeah, so if you are maybe have some concerns about your maths background, you maybe offline you can talk to our advisor. Okay. Julian, any further question?
Yeah, how do you contact these advisors?
They are also the information that's available on the
It's just on the website, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
So Hui Hua, there's a question to you.
Oh yeah. There are quite a few. Yeah, which one?
Hi, Professor Tan. Could you please elaborate on the changes made to the QF program this year?
Okay.
The main changes is that the QF program, there's no more quota.
Yes.
The main change is no more quota, correct? Yes.
Right. So anyone can declare QF as the primary major.
As long as have coming with a good H2 pass in mathematics or further mathematics.
Right.
So you are here at the right timing, so to speak, for those who are interested in QF.
Right. For students who are interested in QF, I think basically there will be no quota. So as long as you get admitted to CHS, then you can declare QF as your major if you are interested in.
Hi, hello, I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, hello all, thank you for the time. One question I have in mind is, I no longer see the option of majoring in applied mathematics that was being offered the previous years. Is that being scrapped? And will I learn any applied mathematics modules if I just take in the normal major in mathematics without any specializations? Thank you.
Kim Chuan, you want to take this or?
Yes, I think this Prof. Tan already mentioned that there are 8 modules that are compulsory. Other than these 8 modules, the remaining 7, you can take anything. I mean, you can choose to take the applied modules, like say numerical analysis, differential equations, optimization, and those kind of modules. So you have the freedom to choose the remaining 7 as the in applied modules. Yeah. Or you can also use your elective to take more applied modules if you're interested in. Have I answered your question, Muhammad?
Yes, correct. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you have a reason why you do not want to take the specialization, but the UE space, as the name suggests, unrestricted, right? So maybe you can take 2 more applied maths module and then 3 other, maybe you want to really go to business school to take some, I don't know, marketing or management kind of modules. Yeah, so it's really up to up to individual students, how they plan. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Have we answered the quota questions? So we don't have a quota, right? I mean, there are some students asking how many do we admit. So as long as the students are being accepted into CHS, right? So they can take any of our program, right? Ranging from life science program to all the way up to our QF program, DSA program, right? But of course, students have to discern enough whether they have the enough background and really is their interest to want to do the certain major, yeah. So it will be good for you to, of course, get some advice from seniors if you know any. Otherwise, talk to our professors, our academic advisor. Okay.
Right. What is the difference between quantitative finance and business analytics? So, Ethan, I think business analytics mostly focuses on the softer subjects, right? And it will not be as quantitative as the equivalent programs, the comparative programs that is offered in CHS. Like I said, the data science and analytic or quantitative finance. Serene Teo. So Victor, you maybe
I'm trying to scroll down all the way down,
and because you keep on jumping, so it's difficult, right?
Maybe a better strategy is to do backwards because then I'll see who have already answered what question.
Yeah, so too many, I think. Yeah.
So have we answered the very last question? The difference between DSA and QF.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe Wei Ching and what can share.
Well, DSA is on data science and analytics. QF is on more focus on quantitative methods in finance.
Right. Yeah. So
domains, yeah.
There are quite a bit of overlaps between these two programs, but I think the QF focuses more on problems coming from finance, quantitative problems coming from the financial industry, and the data science and analytics focuses more on problems coming from, like say, the companies, tech companies, and related, say for example, Grabs or the e-commerce companies, those kind of problems, right? And quantitative finance maybe more focuses on, like say, the pricing of financial products, the analysis of the financial instruments and those kind of things, yeah, financial models. But both programs are quite a significant components on programming, the implementations of algorithms to compute things, yeah. I hope this has already answered you the questions. What else?
To further answer Joe's questions, I got mathematics in CHS. Can I change to QF at the start of the semester? Well, in fact, you will not say be assigned to a specific program, right? You will just be accepted into CHS without being specifically mentioned any program, unless it is some direct admission scheme, all right? So yeah, if it is CHS, then you are free to decide whether you want to do maths or QF. Now, we are not going to decide for you what programs you will be assigned to or being accepted into. Okay, so that probably is the still sort of some misconception, yeah, for many of the prospective students.
So Victor, I think some of the students, they ask questions about what is the criteria to get admitted? Like say, for example, in the case of the A levels, do you have data from like say past years? Roughly, roughly what kind of grades would be admissible? Yeah.
Those students who want to get this kind of indicated grades, it is available in the Office of Admission website, right? I'm sure many of you know where to find it. So for admission, so last year, of course, there's no CHS, right? Last year is Faculty of Science and Faculty of Arts and Social Science. They have their separate cutoff. Yeah, so to speak now. Yeah, so you can actually, so for CHS, if for those of you who are considering applying to CHS, you can refer to that indicated grades in the admission website and then sort of take the average, maybe, right? Somewhere in between. Yeah, so in the past, science has a higher cutoff, right? And FASS has a lower cutoff. Yeah, so we are going to see you meet somewhere this year, probably.
Oh, hi there.
Hi.
Okay, I want to ask about the special program in mathematics.
Yeah.
So I can take any major with the special program in mathematics regardless of specialization, is it? Because you can specialize in optimization or the pure mathematics. But if I take a special program in mathematics, must I specialize in pure mathematics as my major?
No need. GY, you want to?
Yes, answer is you don't need to. First of all, I apologize. I somehow have a laptop crisis. I couldn't get my laptop to be switched on, so you don't see my face here, but you can hear me. Yes, Prof. Victor answered it correctly. You don't have to specialize to, or rather, you don't have to specialize to pure math in order to do special program. Special program largely consists of the requirements of the program largely consists of basic core modules at 2000 and 3000 levels, mostly 2000 level. So those are quite common to all specializations. And the higher level requirements of 4000 and graduate level modules are open to all three specializations. Right? So there's a broad range of possibilities for you to chart your program of study in the special program.
So we won't be affected like our major which specialization based on whether we choose to go for the special program in mathematics. Is that correct?
Correct.
Right,
yes.
But I think Ming-Xuan, I think you have to be careful there because a lot of the higher level modules, they have prerequisites based on the lower level modules. So essentially, you have to take quite a bit of math modules in order to be able to do the specialization, in order for you to do the special programs. Yeah.
Oh, so what are the prerequisites for the special programs other than the admission based on the doing well in the
100T and or another alternative is doing well in a basket of modules, right? Yeah, that's what Victor have already presented just now. Yeah, that is only 2 criteria.
It's not based on your university application grades and so on, your JC grades and so on. No. Yeah, it's based on your first year or first semester's performance in the math modules.
Okay, then for the MA 1100T, is it a new module?
Yes.
Because I can't find it on the NUS mods.
Correct. It will be offered for the first time this coming semester for you guys.
Oh, okay, can. Yeah. So the curriculum has a bit of changes in the modules, is it?
No, no. The T module is a parallel module, so the broad contents and syllabus and so on are all essentially the same. The difference is in the way it is taught. So the normal module will be taught the normal way. The T module will be taught with more heavy emphasis on the rigorous thinking, with on the in-depth exploration of the mathematical concept, because it is designed and meant for students who are going in depth into the mathematics, the foundational understanding of mathematics.
So these modules, do we choose on how do we like apply for like the modules, or like once we enter NUS, then they will show us a portal where we
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, you apply just as you apply to any module.
Okay.
Just that these two, right, the normal 1100 and the T module, they are exclusive. So if you choose one, you cannot do the other.
Oh, okay, can.
Yeah,
Understood.
but you apply to it as
per usual.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, can. So there will be, are there new modules rolling out now, or is just this new? Only the 1100T is new compared to other years.
Compared to other years.
Like,
Oh,
are there changes towards our syllabus?
Of course, I think the CHS is a new structure, so there will be a lot of new modules, especially in the core, the core curriculum space. So yeah.
Within the core, within your general university and graduation requirements, of course, there are plenty of changes. But I think within mathematics, right, I think lower level, we have done some recoding. Some of the old modules, for instance, 1101 is now renumbered as 2001.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so minor changes like that, but those are cosmetic. They are not the content wise is essentially the same.
Yeah. So for the QF modules, there will be quite a few new modules. Yeah.
Okay.
QF there will be few, yes. Yeah.
If I were to take QF, is it also possible to take special program in maths or?
Correct.
Okay, understand.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yep.
But if you only do QF major, then those modules in special programs that you need to satisfy will have to probably eat into the UE, UE space.
Okay, can.
Yeah.
Because but so the QF and maths can do as a double major, and then the special program is on the side note just for more advanced modules taken lah.
It's not so much advanced, but in depth. So the contents are more are the same. It's not as if you have to do 10 ordinary modules before you can do a special module. No, that's
so breadth same but depth.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, yes. Understand. Thanks for the answer.
To Ming Xuan and to all other prospective students, yeah, if you go to NUS mods, you may not see all those new modules that we are going to offer yet, because NUS mods only show current semester's module. So, but you can go to our website. So just now I orientate you guys, how to go to the cohort 21, 22, and the drop down. Yeah. So the new modules are there, so you can take a look.
Also, the website has like the modules out already, is it?
Yes.
Okay, can the sample study plan, all these?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, can. Thank you.
Hans, I don't know whether her questions about the DMP double major program has been answered. So he asked whether I'm unsure whether to take double major program. Can I don't indicate it during the admission? Well, so double major program, there are certain combinations that are direct admission, selected few, right? So if you don't indicate that when you do your university admission, it is still possible for you to do it later. Yeah, it's just that it's not like a guaranteed direct admission to the double major program. Yeah.
Good afternoon, professors. I have a question.
Hi, John.
Hi. May I ask, what is the employment rate for recent NUS mathematics graduates?
Okay. Good questions. In fact, this is I think published in the MOE. I don't know, some kind of portal.
Recently in the newspaper. Yeah.
Yeah. This year's one is an indicative things. So it only shows the entire science cohort, right? Doesn't break down into maths, QF, or what. Yeah. So this year's one, we still do not have the detailed information. But if we are talking about the previous years, the previous few years, I would say that it is pretty good, although there is a trend that more students, more graduates tend to take up sort of temporary or part-time job rather than full-time. I don't know whether it's because they are of their choice or what. Okay. But just now I also mentioned QF is doing really very good, right? QF students are highly employable, high salaries, and so on and so forth. Yeah. For maths, it can also, yeah, for maths, in the past, we have a so-called basic degree without honors and with honors. But from your batch onwards, everyone will get an honors degree. Yeah. So those with honors, they are employability rate is higher than those without. Yeah, but at the end of the day, I think it is still very much up to the students to value add themselves, right? Prepare themselves for their career, take up internship, during their uni, and also attend some of these career talk, career preparation courses, yeah, to enhance themselves. Okay. Well, next time we have to come up with a better system because some questions, people already answered, and so yeah, it's a bit. So I think the most easy way is just unmute yourself if we still have not answered your question. Oh, QF students salary range.
Yeah, it's about 500 more than the average.
I've heard in the past that maybe it's outlier it can be as high as 8,000.
Yeah, but I mean outlier we don't count. I mean we only count the average. Okay, so the average is about 500 more than the average science grade. So the current year, the average starting salary for science grad is about 3,005. Right?
Oh, yeah. So our career advisor, Greg, is also here. So he, he has answered in the chat.
Yeah, hi, Prof. Victor. Yes, I'm a career advisor for science. So as what the Prof said, it depends on where you go to, because I can't really say what is the average for QF students, because unless you're going to prop trading firms. So prop trading firms, private trading firms like WorldQuant, all this, they pay minimum, some even way above 10K. But looking at the trends also, some of our QS students have decided maybe prop trading firms is not what they want to do. I do have students saying that they want to go into, I have one girl, I think for the last batch, she said that she wants to do software engineering. So she switched completely to that area. I have another student say that he wants to do price and supply chain. So he went to consumer goods. So of course, it depends on which industry. Therefore, the salary will also change. So I think what is a better question to ask is that, what is the real world problem or issues that you want to solve using maths, like what Prof. Victor has shared, showing the different things like using human genome, whether, how can maths do it? Then I guess that will be more sustainable in terms of a career.
Thanks, Greg. Any other? Yes, anyone?
Victor, is there another new event at 4?
No.
No, right? Yeah.
Other departments talk, not ours.
Oh, statistics. Yeah, some may have. Yeah, there's a talk at 4 o'clock.
Yeah. I think some of them zao already.
So don't be shy if you have urgent questions. Yeah, you can ask.
I will still be here.
Yeah.
Maybe I answer Hans' question before I run off to the statistics, because I'm a career advisor that's take care of maths, stats, and DSA. So for Hans' question about what things that maths major did to do the software engineering, like the girl example, yes, then they have to do other modules like from school of computing, getting your hands dirty in Python, and if let's say depending on what kind of software engineering that you want to, because some of that if you have to do front end, then you probably need the skills. In this area of software engineering or IT, right, it is like artists. I tell my math student, it's like an artist. Artists always need to come up with portfolio. So apart from learning your modules, you will also need to go on ahead to do, for example, say internships or research projects. So that would help you. So how does a maths person get into advantage? So I've one pure maths student, I think probably Victor also would know him. He came into the area of cryptology, yeah, because this is what maths taught, and he also has this kind of software engineering background. So he's now working in this area of cryptography. So that's something that you could consider blending it. So find a unique spot in your math, and most importantly, your interest. So if you are here in NUS, you can always make an appointment with me as a career advisor or speak to your professors who are academic advisors.
Yeah, so currently I have a student who is majoring in mathematics, but he also have a second major in computer science. So I think this is a good combination. Yeah, vice versa. You have a primary major in computer science and a second major in mathematics. This is a good combination because, like in areas such as cryptography, you need quite a bit of mathematics, and then you also need to do quite a bit of programming. So I think this is a good combination. Yeah.
To further add on to Hans' question, yeah, you actually don't have to learn coding all by yourself from scratch. In fact, under the core curriculum in CHS, there's one computational thinking modules, which are for math students, QF students, DSA students, they will take this CS 1010, CS coded. So it's a computing science modules teaching programming. Yeah, it's actually a compulsory core under the core curriculum, not within the 15 module for your major requirement, but it is under the first 1/3, remember, the core curriculum. Yeah.
So to Parani, I think, yes, you can do a major in engineering and a second major in mathematics. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Anything math with math is always good.
Right.
Having a very good mathematics background definitely will enhance your value add to whatever your first major.
Right. Suppose you do a primary major in industrial engineering, then if you do a second major in mathematics, that would actually be advantageous for you when you do the industrial engineering modules. Because a lot of the industrial engineering modules are actually quite mathematical. A double major in DSE and QF, is it possible? I think DSE is a specialized program, right? So that one, I think, Victor, do you know the condition? Is probably not considered yet, I think.
I think it's still under review, so I'm not sure yet.
Right, yeah. Because the DSE is a new niche program, so
cross-discipline.
Yeah, we do not know the criteria yet, I think.
Okay, this is a good question. We definitely will find out.
Yeah. Maybe Lei Ping is around. If Lei Ping is around, maybe she knows the answer.
Okay.
YH has a question. How many maths graduates eventually become maths teacher at any level?
Interesting questions. In the past, many years ago, that it is really quite a high percentage. So that's why that's maybe the reason why the myth that many people have the wrong perception that maths graduates all go to teaching. Yeah, but over the years, in fact, this percentage is keep coming down, partially because we actually train students more in the applied areas that they have more choices out there. And secondly, it's also because MOE are also taking fewer teachers these days. Yeah. So it's not really a very high percentage now. Wow, to get bachelor's, master, and PhD in 4 years?
I think.
Oh, compared to
very,
MIT, is
very
it?
unlikely. Yeah, very, very
unlikely. Well, I mean, the undergrad program is already like 4 years, right? So yes, there are students who are on the fast track. There are some crazy students who really like take 7, 8 modules per semester and finish everything like in 3 years. But I with this new core curriculum, I think probably it may be a bit challenging to finish everything in 4 years.
Actually, it's very challenging. I don't know anyone who finished her bachelor and the PhD within 4 years. I don't know any such example.
Maybe the FYP project can be a PhD thesis and just straight away get it.
But even that, they have what residency requirement, right? You have to be a PhD student for minimum 1 year or something like that before they can graduate. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's not advisable because the main question is not how quickly you can finish it. Get your bachelor, masters, and PhD in all 4 years or 5 years or 6 years. The main question is whether you have learned something out of the whole 3, 4, 5, or 6 years that you spend in total. And you crash everything within 4 years. Well, nominally you may graduate, but I mean, how much have you really absorbed and understood? That's I mean, I don't doubt that those people who actually genius and finish their research degree, in lightning speed, right? Is I mean, they are geniuses, but well, most of us are not, right? So I think one thing at a time, right? Take things slow would be better. Wow.
So to Ethan, I don't think there's a lot of overlaps between CS and QF. No, I don't think that is the.
CS and pure math, some. Yeah,
right.
There are some overlap, but QF maybe
not
less.
So much,
yeah.
There'll be some computing modules that maybe they have some kind of overlaps in terms of the programming language learned, but in terms of the content, then it's not true. There is not much overlaps.
Even there's a little overlap between CS and QF, students can still finish a double degree, right, in CS and QF within 4 years.
Right. Of course, the programming language part, I think the overlaps in the sense that you learn almost the same kind of programming language, like say Python, C, and those kind of things. Yeah. But if you work hard and you take more modules per semester, you can definitely get a double degree. Can finish a double degree in CS and QF in 4 years. Yeah.
Any question?
Is there a limit to the number of modules that you can take in every year, in every semester? I don't think so. Yeah, basically.
Yes, there's a maximum workload. Usually it's 5 or 6 modules, but certain students who have stronger academic background, they may be allowed to read 1 or 2 more if they accrue for heavier workload.
Right, 7 is really the maximum. Yeah.
I think it's about 7 is the max. Yeah, because you will also have timetable problems if you try and do too many.
Right, right. Mm-hmm.
And they have to apply, appeal.
Yes.
I think if you want to exceed the current quota, you have to apply to the dean's office.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually not difficult. It's just that they need you to go through that process because there's a uniform workload for everybody during the module registration period. So for students who want to go above that, they will need to appeal. Then when if it's approved and the workload is added, then they can go ahead and register for more modules. Otherwise, it's just everybody is just stuck at the maximum, the basic maximum.
So typically, students will take about 5 to 6 modules per semester.
Yeah.
Dentistry is a specialized degree. I think it's not possible.
Anything to deal with medicine, School of Medicine is out. I think it's
out of bounds.
Out of reach.
Yeah.
Because I think School of Medicine they have some kind of professional requirements. Yeah, so I think it's not feasible. Yeah. Okay, I guess the number of students who are prospective students who are here is getting lesser and fewer. Any more questions? I guess there will be too much information. So I think maybe it will take you some time to like go through the websites and information that is supplied in the CHS pages and also in our department websites before you can you have other questions to ask. Yeah.
So I want to publicize again. So April, we will have an engagement session. Yeah, so if you have selected CHS and being accepted, yeah, then you will be sort of like invited to the various CHS programs for further engagement. Yeah, so we will provide more details then.
There's a question about math and CS double degree program, whether being a CS student in School of Computing, but now choosing to do a double major in mathematics or double degree in mathematics, right? Does a student need to take the 13 CHS common module? I have a guess, but I think Victor would know the firm answer.
I
think yes, right?
I think yes, yeah.
Yeah. So the idea is this, right? As the CS department lives in the School of Computing, right, which is a faculty by itself. The mathematics department lives in the this future CHS, right, College of Humanities and Sciences. So if you want to dabble into the two departments, then their parents, the respective school or college, right, would ask you to pay the price, namely take their whatever they require you to do. So if you want to, whichever, right, wherever you are as a student, if you want to do a double major in mathematics, then the College of Humanities and Sciences will ask you to do the 13, right? And then the mathematics department will ask you to do whatever extra mathematics modules you are supposed to do. So whatever overlaps between the list of requirements on both sides that you can find in common that makes both sides happy, you can you can optimize that way. That means you kill two birds with one stone,
right,
or one module, right? If you can find those, go ahead. If you can't, then too bad. You just have to fulfill the requirements on both sides in order to get the double degree or double major. I think it's also another common terminology difference, right? Namely, double degree and double major. What's the difference? Double degree means you straddle across two different faculties or colleges or schools, whatever they want to call themselves. Double major means you are in one single college, let's say CHS, right? And then within the college, the 10,000 different departments, you choose two and major in both. Then you are called a double major. right? So if you are double major, then you have only one set of common module requirements, let's say the 13, and then you have the 2 sets of major requirements from the 2 departments. Right, but double degree typically will entail you satisfying the sort of breadth requirements for the 2 schools or colleges involved. QF very data oriented. We got.
Yeah, I'll type in the answer. Okay, it's not really data oriented in all modules, but there will be probably just 2 or 3 modules that require sort of access to data for the assignments.
Potty's last message. I think probably I didn't make myself clear. So if you are CS primary major, right, then your home faculty is the School of Computing, right? So you answer to their set of requirements, right? As long as you don't, if you don't choose to do a double major in mathematics, then of course you just do whatever the School of Computing and the computer science department asks you to do. But if you choose to do a double major in mathematics, double degree, yes, sorry, yeah, double degree in mathematics, then you are also a student, a secondary student under CHS, and then you will have to do the 13 CHS common modules.
Yeah, don't forget you will get 2 degrees. You are going to get 2 scroll.
You attend 2 graduation ceremonies.
Yeah, if your primary major is in CS, you can take a second major in mathematics, then you don't have to take the 13 common modules. Whereas if you do a double degree in CS and mathematics, then you have to do the 13 common modules. Yeah. Right, so second major in mathematics is quite easy, right? I mean, in the sense that you bypass all the 13 common modules.
For Eton, there is no fixed attachment program for QF major, but students are encouraged to source for their own internship outside, or if not, they can always try and see what the science UKIP program has, or the CFG portal has. There are usually internship opportunities in those 2 portals where they can tap on. Of course, if you can find something better outside and you want to do that, you can still apply to do that.
So do more students take primary physics major plus second math major, or the other way around? I think it's probably more primary math major plus second major in physics, right, Victor?
They can do either way.
No, right. I think the question is about numbers. How many?
I mean, which option is more popular?
We don't track.
We don't track. We don't have the data. But anecdotally, from interactions with students, I would say more on the combination of primary math and then secondary physics.
Right.
Yeah, because physics itself, the number of major is not very big.
I mean, for students who want to avoid doing experiments, then of course, doing primary major in mathematics is simpler, right? Then do a second major. Then probably for a second major in physics, you don't have to do that many experiments.
Maybe to answer just now the questions about internship. Can you all see my share screen? So remember our career advisor, Greg, just now. So regularly he will be sending all these emails, newsletter to the DSA, Mass QF students about all kinds of career opportunities, workshop. So you can see, I quickly scroll down, you can see the career preparation events, internships. Yeah, so from there so students can, these are the sources where students can actually find internship and so on and so forth to take up such programs. Yeah, you can see all these companies, Shopee, JP Morgan.
Okay, I do have to go soon, but if there are students with questions about, let's say, SPM, since I'm primarily the person answering those questions.
Better ask now.
Yeah, you can ask now.
Yeah, I think
someone. Just now there was one brief discussion on that, but well, anyway, the information is all published on the web, so you guys can go ahead and take a look there. And with that, I have to sign out now because I have another appointment to
okay,
thanks. Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, GY.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we can also probably wrap up the Zoom session today.
Are we?
Yeah.
So there's a question for you.
Oh, who is that?
If I take QF at the master level instead of what?
Add on to the question.
Master program is a separate program, so that is totally different from the undergraduate program. So of course, if you want to go into the financial industries, you can also do a master program in QF, but that one is a self-finance program. So there is it's a fixed package, and if the fees is quite high. All right, Ethan, I hope I have answered your question.
Okay, maybe we can end our session.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Good.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone.
Bye.
Hope to
Thank you.
see you sometimes in NUS.
Hope to see you around in the science faculty.
Yeah.
No more. It's College of Humanities and Sciences.
Oh, okay.
No lah, still faculty.
Still go. The buildings are still around.
College is a virtual college.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We still have two separate faculties.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. See you.
Bye.
Okay. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Stella. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you all.